Fishing Mikey, and I thought I'd show you how to make a carolina rig for either trout or bass. You can use it for both. So what you'll need is some line. This is like a different version of a normal carolina rig. You can just tie it straight on your line, but if you want to make them up before like I do, then I find it easier. So you need some line. This one is what I use for bass. This is 40 pound. Might be nylon or it could be mono. I can't remember which one. Or it might be stronger. Originally I thought it was 100 pound, but it's not strong enough. But I'm going to be using this, which is, I believe, 10 pound mono. It might be nylon actually. 10 pound nylon line. I have it just like spooled up on this little spool that I use. So little, whatever you want to call it. This is my hook box. I have all my worm hooks in there. And this is like my carolina box. I have ball, sliding weights, bullet weights, and the beads, and then some swivels and hooks. So you will also need some split rings possibly. I'm just gonna grab mine now. Split rings. Because sometimes I like to tie them on split rings. So what I'm gonna do is get one of these really small split rings first, and you obviously need some scissors and stuff as well. So get like 50 centimeters or a bit less, depends on how much long you want it to be. I normally do about 50 centimeters. So like this is like about 40 to 50 centimeters long. Okay, so what you want to do is, in one end, you want to tie a split ring on, or whatever you want to do. Let me just move this around a little bit like that there. Okay, that's easier because then I can show you. So the way I like to tie it on is just like get the two strings. It's hard to see with this string. I should just use coloured string. And normally I just hold the split ring or whatever and just spin it like that. However many times you want. I normally only do a few times. Then get this end that you're holding, the shorter end, and put it through the hole at the bottom. You want to put a bit of saliva on it. Sorry, my hands are a bit gross because I bite them all the time because I get kind of nervous about things all the time. So so it should just be basically like that. So it should be strong and good and strong, whichever way you want to say it. Then normally I advise putting a bead on. You don't have to put a bead on. I'm not going to put a bead on this time. Also cut off that excess string on this side, so make sure you cut the right side off, which I normally fail to do. I would say leave a small bit about that long, like half a centimeter. Sometimes the knots can slip when the fish bites and it comes, otherwise it comes off, and yeah, you don't really want that. So next you need, either if you're not going to put a bead on or anything like that, you need to get your hook. So this one I'm making for trout, so I'm going to be using a small hook. Normally I use that for bass or bigger, but I think I might go with one. Sorry, I'm just listening to something I heard that I think is a Neo Style video. I watch Neo Style all the time. Anyone who wants to know a lot about trout, if you don't understand Japanese, then you're there's no point, but he's still awesome to watch. I watch him anyway. I understand Japanese, but I would watch him anyway, even if I didn't. He's really, really good. Guy, his name is, his YouTube channel is NeoStyle. He I believe he makes lures for trout, which are the best lures ever. And I advise anyone who wants to go and check him out. Okay, so because I'm going to be using this size weight, size 5 weight, I believe it is. I'm not sure. It says 5 on it. I don't know what weight that means. But I'm going to put a bead on before as well, because the hole is quite big and I'm worried about it sliding up and down. The hole is pretty big and it will jam the on it. I like to use red or blue or clear beads normally on the bottom of the hook. So I put one bead on for the top of the line. Now I'm just gonna slide this on like that, all the way along. I've put it. Slide my next bead on. Now this bead, both the beads are just really to protect it. So then it slides like that, and the beads stop the metal from breaking the line. I sometimes stick beads on to the thing to like change it a bit. So now we just get the hook. Really easy to make Carolina rigs, really. I've just been talking for ages. But get the hook and thread it through, which I'm doing a really bad job of at the moment. There we go. And then just do the exact same knot, whichever knot you want, really. I would normally do like an impossible knot, so like that. Through there. Like keep going through, but at the moment I'm starting to enjoy this sort of knot. So what I'm going to do this time is go once through. And twice through. And then just spin the hook, really. However many times you want it, however like big you want the knot to be. Then you want to put it through the hole, which I'm having real trouble with. And there it goes. And do not let go of it, and I've hooked myself. These hooks seem really sharp. These are brand new hooks. I've just started using worm hooks again. I only used to use worm hooks in my small swim baits and stuff. And I used to just hook a worm onto a normal hook, but I've just started using. I used to normally put like little jig heads on everything. But now I've started using worm hooks again and Carolina rigs and stuff. So that's basically your Carolina rig done. Now you can use this for carp and stuff. I normally use rigs like this for carp, like sliding weight rigs. I have a Carolina rig style thing over like I normally use for carp. So yeah, they're pretty good for everything. On this one I'm going to be using it with a possibly a worm. I'll show you how you want to rig the worm up. Now this is a pretty big worm considering what I've normally fished for. Now there's a few ways you can rig it up. You can rig it up like a wacky rig, like that style. Or like this isn't a worm I'll use because this is just a broken one. Or you can split this in half, which I'm not going to do right now because I don't want to destroy it too much. I'm going to use it. I might use it at another point. You can like split it in half and then hook it through like that and just sort of have it like that. or really however you want, or do it like a proper wacky rig with the like elastic band piece around it and all that kind of stuff. You can do anything with a worm really. I like to normally rig it through there like that. I normally rig it a bit like a wacky rig like that though, which most people say isn't very good. It doesn't always work, but I also sometimes put it through so it's like that, so the hook's like more, so it sort of hangs weirdly, and then like the fish comes and goes up, and then we'll bite it like that, and then get the hole, and then just set the hook. But yeah, you can rig it really however you want. With this, I probably won't be using. I'll show you what I'm using. I will be using probably on this one. I will be using like either two baits. Let me just. Both of mine are rigged up right now, so I don't have many of these. I need to buy a few more. I will probably rig it on one of my live baits, live effect baits like that, but that's more for bass because it's slightly too long for trout, so I normally cut them off about there for if I'm going to use it for trout, and then hook it right through the tail, and then they come up and bite the tail and take it. Or I'll rig it on a Senko. I use these quite a bit, but I have quite a lot of them. Or rig it on one of my craws. I love these at the moment. I'm using them all the time. This is a Berkeley craw, orange and black. So yeah, there's many different ways you can do it, and I hope everyone goes out and has fun, tries to catches some fish, using the Carolina rigs. I'll show you the one I did earlier, which I didn't really show much. This is one I made not so long ago. This is using a size 8 hook, I believe. It might be a bit, I don't know what size it is. Size 8 Gamakatsu hook with a it's quite a heavy weight on it. I normally use these for rock fishing. I create my own lures and jigs and stuff, for like rigs for rock fishing. The bead, this is on 40-pound sea bass line. So yeah, that's the Carolina rig. Normally you would tie it onto your rod straight off, or however, and at the top you would use a Carolina keeper. If you don't have a Carolina keeper, I normally use this, which I cut up, or just a straw. I like to use this because it's also glow in the dark, which I'll show you right now. It's really good stuff. So you can't really see it. You can't see it now. Let me just charge it. So that's what if I'm using a UV light. So if I just go on it like that for like a few seconds, it's really strong. So I like to use this quite a lot. I use different colours. I prefer the pink one because it's my favourite. So yeah, thanks for watching another video of how to do by fishing for Mikey. I'll be doing some more videos, and when I'm not fishing, I'm going to be doing how to do videos, how to make things and that sort of stuff. So stay tuned and get back to you soon.